Professor, there's something I want to ask you.
What? If it's about your salary, then leave it.
Aw, no, that's not it. Do you ever think about wanting kids, Professor?
Kids? Well, in the future, maybe. Why are you asking all of a sudden?
I hear a lot of stories about your partners, but I've never heard anything about children, so that's why I was wondering.
Having a child means having the responsibility of another life on your shoulders. It's a little bit different from raising a robot.
That's true, because what if you did give birth and didn't have the means to raise a child? That would be awful.
But I do love kids a lot. Sometimes I see my little sister's child, but they're super cute.
What? I didn't know that your little sister had kids.
She does. Oh, although she is a single mother now.
Single mother?
A mother who raises their child all by themselves. That's called a single mother.
Interesting. Does that mean that your little sister was divorced?
Yep. Oh man, so much happened.
Like what?
Her ex-husband had all kinds of baggage.
Now I'm even more curious.
Seriously? It's a bit of a long story, though.
Please, I'd love to hear. I love your stories, Professor.
If you insist. This all happened a few years ago between my little sister Rio and her then husband, Tomoya.
Hey, sis. Sorry for calling you over all of a sudden.
No worries at all. How's the little baby in your belly doing?
Yeah, no issues at all. Mother and baby are both healthy.
Well, that's good to hear. Anyway, what happened today?
Well, you see, lately I haven't been feeling too well.
Not feeling well? Are you okay?
Yeah, my morning sickness has been really bad recently. I got a little bit worried in case something might happen, so I feel really bad. But if you could be here with me, then I would feel a lot better. That'd be okay?
Yeah, of course. Work isn't that busy this week anyway. What about your husband?
Tamaya is, on a business trip right now, and he won't be back for a while.
I see. That's bad timing. That must be hard.
Yeah, but you know, there's nothing we can do about it. It's also the busy season for him to earn more money.
Well, that's fair, especially since things are only going to get more expensive once you have the baby. As I was talking to my little sister, I had a look around her apartment. At that moment, I remember something catching my eye and feeling off about the place. Wait, Rio, did you have any pets in the house?
What? I don't have any pets. They're not allowed in this building. Why do you ask?
Oh, well, your apartment looks a little rough. Like there are marks on the walls and stuff. So I thought maybe you got a new dog or a cat or something.
Ah, well, you know, I'm a little sloppy. It doesn't take long for me to mess up the house.
But what about these marks on the walls? Isn't this a rental unit?
When I was moving the furniture around, I accidentally did this. I guess all of the deposit is long gone.
Come on. I guess you still haven't been able to change those disorganized parts of you.
Aw, if only my big sister would live with me, it would be such a huge help.
Hey now, don't treat me like your housemaid.
Sorry.
Anyway, seems like you're not feeling super great today either, so you should take it easy. I'll stay and make dinner for you. Is there anything that's easiest to eat for you?
Yeah, thank you. You're the best big sister. Vegetable soup might be nice.
Got it.
They do seem like a normal married couple, but it does make me wonder about the reason behind the marks around the apartment. No matter how sloppy you might be, to damage the apartment that much definitely seems off.
Exactly. But I just thought it was a little strange, and I wasn't able to put my finger on it. At the time, at least.
Does that mean, after this, you figured it out?
Yeah, after this, I found out that I was right to feel like something was off, and something really was wrong.
What do you mean?
My little sister and I, we kept in touch pretty frequently and messaged each other often. One day, out of nowhere, she completely stopped replying to me.
What? That's really worrying!
I know. But she said she hadn't been feeling well, so maybe she wasn't getting around to her messages. It was a busy period, so I assumed that eventually she would get in touch with me.
Well, I guess she did have a lot to prepare for before the arrival of a baby.
Exactly. But then, I instead got a call from the hospital that Rio had collapsed.
What?
And so I dropped everything and rushed to the hospital. Rio, are you okay?
Sis.
Is your body okay?
Yeah, apparently I just had a little bit of stress built up. They said if I just get some rest and keep the IV in me, then I'll be fine.
I see. Well, I'm glad to see you're okay.
I'm sorry to make you worry. I guess this is my first pregnancy, and it's a lot harder than I expected.
I can only imagine. I'm also sorry for not messaging you. I was worried, but...
Don't worry, this isn't anything for you to apologize about.
So, what about your husband? He's still not here.
Yeah, apparently he won't be able to make it today either.
What? What do you mean he won't make it today?
Yeah.
At that moment, I realized that Rio, even though she was pregnant, had lost a lot of weight and was abnormally pale. Does morning sickness really go this far? I've never experienced pregnancy, so I wouldn't know, but the moment I said the word husband, Rio started to squirm, and I could see that she started shaking in her hospital gown. That's when I knew that something was definitely not right. Doesn't that seem wrong? How is it possible that even in this situation, he wouldn't be able to come? His beloved wife collapsed and was carried into the hospital. And on top of that, you're pregnant?
Well, that's...
Hey, you're hiding something from me, aren't you?
No, of course not.
From the day that I went to your apartment, I felt like something was off. No matter how sloppy or clumsy you might be, it doesn't explain all of those marks around the apartment. When you were still living at home, it was just a matter of clothes lying around, not cracks in the walls.
Well, that's...
I'm your older sister. You can tell me anything. Lying all the time is only gonna add stress, you know? When I put my hand on Rio's shoulders, her eyes filled up with tears. She finally started to tell me the truth. Take your time. I'm ready when you are. What happened?
Actually, my husband. Right now, he's in an overseas vacation.
Vacation? Overseas? What do you mean?
Ever since I got pregnant, it's almost as though he's become a different person, and he doesn't come home at all. Nowadays, he only comes home in the morning.
I had no idea. But why?
When you get pregnant, it's normal to not be able to do nighttime activities, right?
Obviously, it would be more stress on your body, and in some cases, it can lead to a miscarriage.
I tried to explain that to him, but he didn't understand at all. Whenever I would say no, he would blame me. And now when I think about where he is or what he might be doing, I get so scared.
I can't believe it. I can't believe he's such a monkey from the waist down.
And then, just last week, he started saying he was going to go on vacation to Hawaii.
Why didn't you stop him? It's one thing to be messing around every night, but going overseas? If something were to happen to you in the meantime, he wouldn't be able to come running to your aid.
I know, but if I were to complain or say anything, it gets even worse. On the worst days, he would even get physically abusive with me, and I was scared of that. But I don't want anything to do with that man anymore.
I can't believe this. So the state of your apartment, is that the reason?
Yeah, I haven't been feeling well, so I don't have the energy to clean up the house. But if the apartment isn't cleaned, he says I fail as a housewife, and then he punishes me again, physically. I don't know why this keeps happening to me.
That must have been so hard. Thank you for being honest with me.
I am also so sorry for hiding it from you all this time. I just didn't want to cause you any trouble.
Don't worry about that. So, when is that husband coming back?
According to his plans, in about a week or so.
All right, you can leave the rest to your big sister.
What? What are you going to do?
I'm going to give that guy exactly what he deserves. I will never let him get away with hurting my little sister like this.
But...
Rio, you just rest here and don't worry about anything besides taking care of your body. In the meantime, I'm going to start planning.
Okay, I will.
I promise you, this will not be the end of it. I'll do whatever it takes to kick him straight into the depths of hell.
How dare he? What a horrible husband. He's an embarrassment to all men. How can you leave your pregnant wife and go on an overseas vacation?
I know, seriously. When I found out, I was so shocked and disgusted.
Not only that, but abusing your little sister? I'm so angry I can't keep my mouth shut.
He's truly the worst husband, isn't he? Just because his partner got pregnant and couldn't do it with him. I've castrated him over 500 times in my mind.
He doesn't deserve to have one anyway, but how are you planning on taking care of such a dangerous husband? If he were to find out, there's a possibility that your safety would be at risk too.
Of course, I thought about that too. That's why I made sure I was in top form and prepared everything perfectly while I waited for him to get back from his vacation.
In top form?
Yes, so that no matter how many times he tried to crawl out of it, he would stay right down in the depths of hell. Now, this was the beginning of my great big revenge plan.
What? I'm home. Rio, are you home?
Welcome back. Did you enjoy your overseas vacation?
Aren't you Rio's big sister?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Nice to meet you, but why are you in my house?
Do you not know anything? Of course you don't, because you haven't answered any of our calls while you were off on your overseas vacation with your mistress.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
There's no use in playing dumb. Well, either way, everything is already too late anyway.
I'm really not following this conversation.
Even if you look at that photo,
Rio? No way!
last week she passed away by suicide. Apparently, Rio was overwhelmed by the situation of her marriage.
I had no idea. Well, that's disappointing.
Your beloved wife just passed away. Don't you think that's a very inadequate reaction?
Oh, no. Of course I'm sad about it, but to be honest, there is a part of me that's a little happy about it.
Excuse me?
Because this means that I don't have to raise a child anymore either. That means that my projected expenses are significantly going to decrease.
You've got some nerve saying such a heartless thing in front of her older sister.
Oh, so sorry about that, but after this, it looks like I won't have to see you anymore either. I got a little carried away and my mouth may have slipped. Anyways, when's the funeral? Let's get it over with already.
You are truly the scum of the earth. Apparently that's where he stands. Miss Rio?
What? Rio, you didn't die?
I'm so sorry that I'm not dead.
What? No. Well, wow, I'm so glad you're alive. Looks like the baby in your belly's doing well too.
I heard every single word that came out of your mouth. If you had any chance of heart or behavior from this incident, I considered rethinking our future. But now I have no doubts about that.
Oh, yeah? What are you gonna do about it?
I'm going to discuss it with a lawyer and collect a settlement fee from you.
What? A lawyer? That means divorce, doesn't it? Why would you?
Why would I? After hearing all of that, there would be no reason for me to continue any relationship with you. What you said just a few minutes ago, all of the abuse up until now, I will be discussing it all with the lawyer.
Not so fast there. You keep on saying lawyer this, lawyer that, but what proof do you have? In court, if you don't have this thing called evidence, you can't win. You don't even know something as simple as that. Well, I guess that's understandable coming from a useless housewife like you.
We have plenty of evidence.
Huh?
Just in case, Rio had recorded all your verbal and physical abuse on her phone up until now.
What? There's no way!
Plus, all of that trash you were talking when your mouth slipped just now, I have it all here on this camera. You have nowhere to run or hide anymore.
On camera? Are you kidding me? Why did you take it that far?
So that we could have the upper hand, even if only a little bit, for the divorce. That's it. Your life is over.
How can this be? Are you kidding me? Playing a childish prank like this in order to trick someone? That's enough. Who do you think you are doing this against me?
Excuse me? This is not a prank. My little sister Rio, because of your abuse against her, was seriously considering taking her own life, Do you not realize that this really could have happened? That we may have really lost her because of you? What part of this is a prank, you scumbag? Because of your selfish, careless, horrible ways of thinking, your wife and your child were both about to lose their lives. You better carry that cross for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
I said it from the beginning that I didn't want any kids.
Tamoya!
How many times did I tell you to abort it? That I wanted just to be the two of us, you and me. That way we don't have to spend so much money and we can be more free. That thing was just going to be a waste of time and energy and money. And yet you didn't listen to me and you're the one that said that you were going to have it without my consent. If anything, I'm the victim here.
I'm over it. I feel pathetic forever marrying someone like this. I'll leave the rest to the police.
Police? You call the police? How dare you? Why are you being so dramatic?
Shut up! Shut your mouth! I am the mother of the child, and I will do whatever it takes to protect my baby, even if it means going against the person who I once loved the most in this world, my husband! When I found out I was pregnant, I was truly, sincerely happy. I thought you would be too, Tamoya. Instead, you said you wanted to to spend more time as a couple, that you wanted to give up on having this child. Do you have any idea the despair that I felt when you said that? I thought maybe you might change once the baby was born, but that was my own big mistake.
If you listened to me and did as I said, everything would have rounded out perfectly. This is all your fault!
I am grateful to you for giving me this child. That's it. Goodbye forever.
Hey, where do you think you're going? Did someone call the police here?
Why, yes, we've been waiting for you. You can spend the rest of your time in the pigsty thinking about what you've done, you good-for-nothing pig. Goodbye.
Damn it!
That was how Rio and I got successful revenge on her husband, Tomoya.
Wow, that was extremely refreshing. This is why you're the professor.
If you pick on my sweet little sister, this is what you get.
Such beautiful sisterly love. So, what happened to Mr. Tomoya after that?
About that. In the end, Tomoya was taken in by the police and arrested. He was found guilty of assault and inflicting injury, and he was sentenced to prison. After spending some time crying behind bars, I heard that he's working in some factories somewhere.
Oh, he's actually working hard. That was unexpected.
Of course he is. Through the lawyer, we turned in the video that I had taken as well as the multiple voice recordings that my sister had. He had to take out a loan in order to pay that very high settlement fee and one payment. Instead of being chased by the debt collectors, he's much better off working, right?
That makes sense. So you made him pay it all in one payment. Well done.
Of course. I squeezed him for every single penny I could.
This is why you're the best, and this is why we all look up to you.
We were at least able to seize all of his assets, and they all made their way into Rio's hands.
What a beautiful ending to the story.
It is my motto, after all, to make sure people get exactly what they deserve.
More than anything, the fact that the baby was safe is the best part of it all.
Exactly. She was able to give birth to a healthy baby, and even now is doing a great job as a single mother.
That's wonderful. What a relief.
However, with Rio's strong request, they got divorced immediately, with no visitation rights for Tomoya. In exchange for never having any interaction or contact with him again, she decided not to collect child support fees, just the settlement fee, which she would be communicating through the lawyer for anyway.
I think that's best. I think it's best that the child never finds out what an absolute piece of crap they would have had for a father.
But you know, the little baby's birthday party is coming up. I still don't know what to get. Should I get toys after all? But I feel like some cute clothes would be good too. I'm already torn.
Professor, I think that's enough off-topic conversation for today. We really need to get to our experiments pretty soon.
Oh, pardon me. But wait, you're the one that said you wanted to hear the story. Should I wrap up all the screws in you? Huh?
Mercy please. Well then, that's all for today. We'll see you in the next video.
See you.